One.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to Chromebook Coding for Beginners with your host, Benny, as seen in this little square. I'm going to talk today about something I just learned. I'm going to give a major endorsement for this dude who does these 30 and 30 JavaScript. Perfect for someone, probably perfect for someone that's been programming JavaScript for a while, but ideal to the max for someone like me that's knows a little bit about JavaScript but needs to learn. There's so much. It's a rabbit hole. This dude has this thing where it's free. He also offers he also offers some paid classes and other things. Um, but he's got this free thing which is like pretty elaborate, so it's making my computer almost crash here. But it's this dude, and his site has got it's ridiculous. It's the features on his site, so it's taking forever to load. When I don't have the screencastify rolling, it goes pretty good. But anyway, you do these 30 for 30. There's 30 different little mini JavaScript things. Here they are. All kinds of different stuff. You name it. He's doing stuff with Canvas. He's doing stuff with arrays, Ajax calls, drum kit, clock, variables, video. I've done maybe like 10 of them or so, and each one I've been blown away by what I learned. Like a couple of them I'd done, but like it enhanced my knowledge of the subject. You know what I mean? So I mean he covers all kinds of cool stuff, and it's totally awesome. I'm going to show you my take. He I didn't even know this was possible, but this is a Google Chrome GitHub site right here. This is just a little homepage or whatever for CSS custom properties, CSS variables. I didn't even know you had variables in CSS, but you do. And I don't use a preprocessor. I guess those have variables too. And I guess I learned that like real briefly because I've taken a class in SAS, but to be honest with you, I've never used it in actual production of a page. But anyway, CSS variables. This site will give you a little bit of knowledge on CSS variables. They're very powerful, and what he taught us was how to tie a CSS variable to an input slider. Which, if you've seen my series on the color picker, when I just came up with that one on my own, that this puts that to shame. This is awesome. Um, really neat, and I just threw together something real quick. He did like a little thing with an image that he made blurry. Uh, he did some cool stuff. Messed around with the spacing. Like if you go to this custom this link from Google, you can see like you slide the slider and the spacing changes. That your layout changes based on like that's pretty crazy. You can't do that with anything else. Like that would take a lot of JavaScript to change that without. This makes it relatively easy. Just boom, full 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 screen, boom, 4 column layout, 1 column, 4 column, three, two, one. Margins, none. Margins. Like you can set any CSS property to a variable and tie it to a slider. So this is what I did. I hooked up my little Benny box here, and we can change. I just hooked up a couple things. I brought in a color picker. Um, Booyah! It's gonna change the color. This is for the text, whatever, yellow. And then I made all these sliders that each one does something different, and I haven't labeled them yet, so I don't know. I think this is that's my up and down. So just the slider. This is my over, my left, up and down, bye, hello, goodbye, hello, goodbye, hello. Uh, wing, wing, wing. And I'm going to introduce this into my portfolio, which is what this web series does. I'm going to put all these controllers in a certain section, maybe just a little demo. I don't know if I want to introduce it to the whole site because that's a little wacky. Someone could do something crazy, like block the slider, and oh my god, I can't go with like the scale. I tied that to the scale. What else do I have? Oh, border radius. You like square? How about a circle? How about halfway between? Circle, square. And then I think this rotate. This last one's rotate. You can set it to you can set it to anything. Like it's just too freaking cool. Um, and I mean opacity. Bye. Hello. There's the scale. One scale. See ya. You're gone. I mean, how many cool things can you build just with this right here? You could build like Tetris or Pong or something like that. I don't know, something crazy. Or like you could have another slider. You could have something bouncing back and forth, I think. If you set their positions, if the positions touch, the other one goes the other way. I don't know. That'd be hard to do, but just I mean, just being able to do this and like I guess a lot of people like on this site, you'd have I don't know, you'd have the color picker. You could have a slider for color too. I like a color picker, and just like the whole website would change. They've got it where it's on the click of a link. The top bar changes. Well, let's get them all up here. So like they've got it like that with a transition. You've got like a little transition with it. So you can set your whole someone rolls into your page, and they can be this slider. So they basically design the page. Like if it was on someone's Facebook, and they had just these controllers here instead of having to go into a menu. Just like, okay, you've got 8 million sliders for everything, different thing on the page. You customize it to how you want it. How fun is that? Well, I just threw this together real quick. The code isn't even too crazy. So it all starts with the CSS variables, which, as the guy taught me, you do :root. I guess that's the highest up level. You could also assign things to divs and whatnot and body. And I believe you can assign things. I'm not sure if it's just elements or if you can assign class and ID, but I know you can definitely assign other elements to these, and you just do dash dash. This code pen even makes it blue. Dash dash, and then define it just like a normal CSS property. And then when you insert it, you just do variable parentheses the variable. And there's other things you can do, like this site tells you about. Maybe it's it's another link. The outer page here. One of these pages tells you about calc. Now you can also, here it is. There's calc. So you're using the variables in a different way here. I'd have to research it more, but basically I think you're able to adjust the calc as a variable to increase it like that. So it's like a multiple in JavaScript. You can put like an X in there, and X times a variable too. And we'll be right back with some more. Show you the JavaScript behind it all.